Well, it's 9 a.m. in the Mile High City on this Friday, September 5th, 2025. Good morning, Denver, Colorado. You've tuned into the Jeff and Bill Show, News Talk 710 KNUS. I'm your co-host, Jeff Hunt, along with Bill Thorpe, bringing you the freshest insights, hottest takes from the right, left, and center. It's our favorite time of the week as we get to ride off into the sunset with some cowboy poetry from Jeff Hildebrandt. He's going to be joining us a little bit later in the hour. We're going to wrap with Dr. Ashley Graves from Alternative Pregnancy Centers as they're hosting Tim Tebow. So lots of great things coming up. I appreciate everybody that participated in the conversation with Chris DeGree Kennedy. Lots of text messages, full phone lines. You all were fantastic. And that's going to be the debate. We had Advanced Colorado on yesterday, Bell Policy today, and I love the fact that that conversation's happening right here on the Jeff and Bill Show. So thank you to everybody that participated. Now is time for News and Comment with Blake Olson.
Blake Olson.
Blake Olson, News and Comment.
TGIF, good morning. 58 and cloudy in Denver, expecting a high of 71 today. This portion of the news sponsored by Pastor Camp Heating and Air Conditioning at 303-777-1234 to learn more about special savings opportunities on Lennox equipment. Our top story.
So what our proposal would do was it would lower the rate from our current 4.4 to 4.2% on the first $100,000 of income and keep the tax rate the same on the next $400,000 of income.
Chris DeGree Kennedy, president of the Bell Policy Center, on with Jeff and Billy last hour, of course, and proposing an income tax change here in Colorado based on your income.
What that means is that anyone making less than $500,000 a year, and that's 98 or 99% of the state, will get a tax cut from this proposal, and it's only the top 1 or 2% that end up paying more to get us closer to how other states do tax policy.
27 states like Montana and West Virginia exercise this tax plan. The DJT administration, in their search for missing children, have found over 22,000 migrant children unaccompanied who went missing during the Biden administration with the open borders.
More than 22,000 unaccompanied children have been found so far under this Trump administration. 27 of the minors were found dead, either murdered or by suicide, car accidents, or drug overdoses. And more than 400 sponsors have been arrested.
Incredible post-game show after the meaningless hearing with RFK Jr. I thought he did a great job, especially dealing with Pocahontas.
Is hepatitis B is on the agenda. So should Americans expect you to take away hepatitis vaccine access as well, even though you promised not to?
As I said, I'm not taking vaccines away from anybody.
Okay, same answer, right? You're just going to deny that when people can't get access, that you're not taking it away. Then let me ask you, is that the same game you're going to play with me?
You want me to recommend every product in the world?
No,
so that without any clinical trial data.
Through on your promises.
Yeah, my promise was to give.
A month ago, we could get COVID vaccines by just walking.
You can still get COVID vaccines, Senator.
You are taking that away.
No, you are still. You can still get the COVID vaccines, and Medicare will still pay for them, and Medicaid will still pay for them.
He's gone. Are you kidding me? This lady is nuts, as we all know. Elizabeth Warren getting paid, like all of them, from Big Pharma. RFK Jr. just trying to fight the fact that we're all fatter, less healthy, eating garbage, taking in drugs, plastic, and God only knows what. But RFK, I think he actually cares about us and the country. Shanae is back. She doesn't care. Just blabbing again. She says DJT's hand looks like it's about to come off, even though he's playing golf really well, and he's not mentally fit for office. Come on, Shanae, do your thing.
I don't know. Donald Trump's hand looked like it's about to fall off. But no.
Hey.
In all seriousness, though, I do think that we should have a reasonable conversation about what the 25th means and whether or not he is physically capable of serving, as well as, I've already decided that he is mentally incapable, but clearly enough people are not listening to me when I say that he doesn't have the mental capacity.
Jasmine Crocolize. The Labor Department's first jobs report since 47 fired the agency's stats chief is out, and it shows 22,000 new jobs added in August. That's down from the previous month's 73,000. Student walkouts planned nationwide today in response to the Minneapolis school shooting. The walkouts are being organized by several groups, including Students Demand Action. Students say they are protesting gun violence and are demanding action from elected officials to protect students. The new administration is dropping a Biden-era plan that calls for airlines to compensate passengers for flight delays. OpenAI is developing a hiring platform that is connecting businesses with employees that is expected to rival LinkedIn. The company says the product will be called the OpenAI Jobs Platform. It expects to launch the service by mid-2026. The NFL kicked off its season last night. Cowboys had a lot of chances in the end, including this big fourth down play.
And they are bringing it. And Prescott's lofting it. CD couldn't bring that one in either.
Diving opportunity for CeeDee Lamb, and he can't make the catch. Cowboys couldn't get it done. Jalen Hurts threw for 152 yards, ran for a pair of touchdowns in the victory. 24-20 Philly wins it. Week 1 continues tonight with the Chargers taking on the Chiefs in Brazil. College football tomorrow, UNC at CSU, Northern Iowa at Wyoming, and Delaware at CU. Broncos kick it off Sunday at 2:05 at Mile High versus Tennessee. 56 in Parker, 57 in Centennial, 58 in Denver. Jeff and Billy continue.
I don't know. Donald Trump's hand look like it's about to fall off.
Wow. Have a great weekend. Blake Olson, News Talk 710 KNUS.
Cooler temperatures, a smoky haze, cloudy skies, and there will be a few isolated showers and thunderstorms today. Highs only low 70s. Lows tonight will be cool down into the mid-to-upper 40s. Warming Saturday to the low 80s, partly cloudy, and a late-day isolated thunderstorm. Lower 80s with a better chance of thunderstorms Sunday. Weather is a service of L&L Heating and Air Conditioning. For quick, trustworthy, and dependable service, call L&L Heating and Air Conditioning at 720-851-1691. Visit them online at bestdenverhvac.com. You'll be comfortable with L&L. Meteorologist Don Day in the 710 KNUS Weather Center.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill show. As we like to on Fridays during the final hour is enjoy a little cowboy poetry from our resident cowboy poet laureate, Jeff Hildebrandt, who's got family in studio with him today and celebrating a birthday.
Well, I'm
Happy
not.
birthday.
Thank
You're not
you.
celebrating
I'm
anymore?
not
You've reached the age where we don't celebrate it?
That's right. Yeah, we try to forget it.
Oh, that's great. Okay, now, on a
And
side
at
note.
my age, it's easy to forget a lot of stuff.
On a side note, there is a point in everybody's life, and it's different for everyone, where you stop anticipating the birthdays and you're actually going, oh, God, I can't believe it. And because remember, at one time in your life, you're walking around telling people, I'm 8.5. You're not walking around going, I'm 43 3/4. You're like, I don't even ask. Don't even ask. Yeah, there's some point where you wake up in the morning and it's my birthday today. Changes to, it's my birthday today. It's a different point for everybody.
That's the sense I'm getting here.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
he provides some great cowboy poetry. He's performed all around the world, including China, as well as Carnegie Hall, and he joins us now with a little cowboy poetry for your Friday morning.
That's right. Well, he'd had enough of 8 to 5 and some days 8 to 8. He'd had enough of know-it-alls who piled work on his plate. He saw no future working where appreciation's thin. So one day, he just told the boss, I guess I'll pack it in. He sold his downtown condo with a covered parking space and pawned his season tickets and left the old rat race. He cashed in his retirement so his new life could begin. And he told his friends to looking up, but for now, he'd packed it in. He headed where the air is crisp, where the high rise means a butte, and not a single horn would honk to jangle his commute. He lost the frown he'd worn for years and found a big wide grin. It lit his face when he'd recount just how he'd packed it in. He spends his days on horseback, sitting straight and riding tall, and helping fellers like he was escape cell phone withdrawal. He'll guide you through the windows, and help you find a place within, and everything you need is there. You just got to pack it in.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we're going to serious up.
Oh, okay, I got to be quiet then.
Okay. John Wayne loved America, and he often told us so. Like these lines from 1960 in his film The Alamo. When his character, Crockett, joined in the fight, he explained he was just standing up for what's right. Republic, he said. I like the sound of the word. Some words can give you a feeling that makes your heart warm. Republic is one of those words. Duke's thoughts are a potent reminder to embrace the fact that we're free, but remember the cost and the lives that were lost to secure that lifestyle liberty. So circle the wagons, Pilgrim, when our freedom is attacked. Since we're all in this together, we should have each other's back.
Ooh, that's a message there.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of division out there, especially in light of yesterday's Senate hearings.
Yeah, and there's a lot.
Remind that we do have each other's back.
Yeah, and I think it's a good reminder, and we forget it a lot, that we are all in this together. Yeah, that regardless of some of those disagreements we have over politics, policy, and even in last hour taxation, the core, yeah, we're all going through this together.
It's a good reminder. It's like hearing that fatherly wisdom, because Chris, what you didn't see is Chris and I went to blows afterwards in the hall.
I know. I'm still wiping the blood off my shirt.
Tax policy?
Policy? I'll give you policy.
I'll give you tax policy.
Take this tax policy. I'm going to tax your face with my fist.
One's called graduated.
Yes,
one's
exactly.
One's called income tax.
Yes.
Oh no.
No, Chris was delightful. I appreciate
it
coming
really
by.
Good. That was so cool.
By the way, he and his wife and I had a conversation on drug policy, too.
Really?
Got to have a debate there, too.
So. Oh, that'd be really cool. And then you guys off air, just to share with the audience, off air, y'all were talking goats.
Yeah, we were.
That was fantastic. That was so cool.
He's a goat owner.
Yes. It's one of those things where it's, okay, just on a side note, because again, this is kind of what I do on the show. The idea when I meet somebody else that keeps reptiles, I'm like, and so it's like if you saw dogs start wagging their tails back and forth together and sniffing each other, that's what you guys were doing. You were like,
you understand the issue. We were both lamenting we don't know what to do with male goats.
I know.
Because we have like 5 of them on our ranch, and there's nobody that wants to buy a male goat.
No.
It's like,
are you kidding?
I will give it away if you text in to the station right now. You can have one of my male goats. You got to treat them well. I guess you could slaughter them if you want. But
what is the text address?
720-819. You guys are taking home a male goat.
No, actually,
we do have one that looks like Elvis.
Oh, there we go. See, the thing is that what we haven't known is Jeff Hildebrandt's daughter's in the studio with us today. She doesn't have her headphones on, so she doesn't know this is going to be your Christmas present. This is going to be a surprise later on.
720-819-5115 for a goat. I'll even put a Kyle's Karen's T-shirt on it.
He wants to get rid of these goats that badly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Right. All right. What else, Mr. Hildebrand?
Okay. At church last year, for a couple of years, I was on a team that made donuts at church, and we would have them for the congregants as they can. And that
made donuts.
Made donuts. Actually, made the donuts. Made the dough. Got the little plopper into the grease.
Yeah.
And did the whole thing, and then covered them and it led to this little donut discourse. First, you gaze upon the donut with its glaze so warm and sticky. Then you open wide and take a bite, and your fingers need a licky. When you gaze upon the donut with its circular perfection, do you find you're reconsidering your self-imposed rejection of the calories each donut has? They'll defeat your weight loss goal, but do you think, it's not that bad. After all, there is that hole. When you ponder powdered sugar, fancy frosting, nuts, and sprinkles, do you justify indulging because, weight loss gives you wrinkles? A donut has an image to which it must adhere. A donut should be circular. Just to make it clear, donuts all need center holes put there for just one reason. It's not to stack them on a stick, no, but to keep the cooking even. See, a donut's just a gooey glob until it feels the heat, and the donut becomes stronger once the cooking is complete. I see the same for Christians. It's when we face some heat that we get stronger in our faith and know God can't be beat. And a Christian, like a donut, can be fancied up or lowly. But no matter how we're different, in God's eyes, our center's holy.
Ooh.
Nobody else in the world
How the heck did we
has
get
connected
where?
Donuts to Christianity and done it in a good way.
Wow. Okay, here's the thing, though. If
that is amazing. That is amazing.
That is incredible. Now, here's the big question I have: that if our Lord and Savior really loved us that much, wouldn't He made of donuts 0 calories? I mean, that would have been the decent, kind thing to do. Just saying. I may not be dealing with the waistline I have right now if He would have done that. I'm just asking for a favor here. It may be personal, but I'm just saying. I need donut calorie-free donuts. I need those.
Okay.
Hildebrand's got a point where I'm just going to ignore Bill. He's learned. This is great. This is a great moment in the show.
Now, question for you guys, since you're both followers of Jesus, and I am too. What is food going to look like in heaven?
What is food going to look like?
I mean, there's lots of different avenues you could go with this. It could be just manna, or it could be big.
Do you know what manna
feasts.
Means?
What does manna mean?
What it meant?
Oh yeah.
Initially?
What is this?
Yeah.
That's actually what it means in the Hebrew. That's a direct translation of manna. What is this?
Yeah.
But do you think it'll be feasting, and will you be able to eat donuts to your heart's desire?
You know, all I know is what the Bible says, and they're talking about a big feast.
Yeah.
And so I'll depend on that. Of course, some of us will need to lose weight, so I don't know.
See, I'm hoping that there isn't necessarily that type of calorie counting, et cetera, in heaven. That, that I could do 9,000 calories a day and not gain a pound. That's kind of, for me, that would be fantastic. Yeah.
I think that's exactly what you would like.
Oh, yes.
You know what it reminds me of is that Simpsons episode where Homer goes to hell.
Oh, yes.
And because he eats donuts, they just fill him with donuts, but he eats all of the donuts out of hell.
Yes, exactly.
They actually run out.
You're like, there we go.
It's not Aurora, is it? No. Okay.
All right, another poem for us?
Oh, okay. How much time do we have? Serially.
We got about 5 more minutes, sir.
Okay. Well, I got a couple of shorties here. Okay, I'll do this one. Another serious one. They gathered in the graveyard on a flat Nebraska plain. and the preacher just kept talking, despite the threat of rain. Ralph stood there looking skyward as tears slipped from his eye. The grandkids all stood silent. Then lightning split the sky, and a massive clap of thunder shook the very air. Ralph smiled and told the preacher, "Well, sure sounds like she's there."
That's great. That's great. All right, one more for us, sir.
One more. Holy cow, this has been a busy morning. Okay, so you're going to be talking about golf.
That's correct,
right?
because Timothy Tebow is coming to play golf.
Right.
And you can with him.
No, I can't. Sorry.
You can't? You're not a golfer?
I'm busy that day. I'm watching football. I can't be playing golf with Tim Tebow, Mr. Putter. Anyway, I'll go on now.
All
okay?
right. Thank you.
She wrote down in her diary, "My husband's acting funny. He didn't talk through dinner. I think it might be money. But when I quizzed him, all he said was, 'Nothing is the matter.' Driving home, we didn't have that normal sort of patter. So I asked him if he's mad about something that I had done. I told him that I loved him and that he's the only one. But he seemed to just ignore me. I don't know if he heard, 'cause he just kept on driving and didn't say a word. When we got home, he watched TV and didn't say a peep. So I got up and went to bed and cried myself to sleep." He wrote down in his journal, "I feel like such a nut. There's no way in the world I should have missed that 2-foot putt."
That's great.
There you go, Tim. That's for you.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic. Well, Jeff Hildebrand, your poetry's available on Amazon?
On Amazon, or once again, if you find me, I have books in the back of my car.
Yeah.
Someone did
His wife
text.
wants him to get out of the
Did
basement.
you used to do this with Hugh Hewitt? Somebody asked that. Because Hugh has got a poetry.
I'm not the one that did it with Hewitt. No.
Yeah,
But somebody Hewitt did do cowboy poetry.
Yeah,
Or
well,
he
he
did
does a
poetry. He just not cowboy
Hughes has
poetry.
a guy that just does poetry, and the thing is Hugh brings a guy on. Guy does one kind of poem, and then he pitches a business, and it's kind of like, meh. There's no other bigger conversation, nothing else. It's not like what we do here.
Wait a minute. He pitches a business?
I know. Well, sorry. No, he doesn't. No, not at all. No, ignore that part. No.
What I love, though, is that future generations of computers are going to read Jeff Hildebrand's poetry and provide that poetry in ChatGPT form.
Yes.
Forever and ever and ever. You're going to live on.
People will be so happy to read how it's rewritten.
Changing words and things. Yes, exactly.
Well, we appreciate your time.
Yes,
Very
thank
happy
you.
birthday to you.
Thank you.
For bringing in your family. Very nice to meet you as well. And thank you for always taking us into
Hey,
the
it's
weekend
my
with a little
pleasure.
cowboy poetry. We have fun with that. Coming up, we're going to wrap the show talking with Dr. Ashley Graves as she gives us a final update on the Alternatives Pregnancy Center Gala featuring Timothy Tebow. That's coming up here shortly. You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
This is Denver's Talk Leader News Talk 710 KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. We're going to talk to Peter Boyles here in just a second. I want to tell you about my friend Dan Kaplis with Dan Kaplis Law. I've known Dan for well over a decade. He's pro-life, pro-family, pro-faith, pro-America. That matters because who you choose to represent you in an injury case says a lot about you to everybody involved in the case. He's the son of a police officer and a former seminarian who's dedicated 40 years of his life to helping people who have been hurt in serious motor vehicle crashes. Dan is believed to be the only lawyer in Colorado history to win 5 straight multi-million-dollar verdicts in Colorado crash cases. And Dan is also believed to have won the largest truck crash verdict in Colorado state history. Dan Kaplis Law, the official law firm partner of the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche. Dan Kaplis Law is a serious firm for serious cases. Dan accepts righteous injury cases on a percentage fee basis so that he can represent good people from all walks of life without regard to ability to pay. So if you need Dan's help, give him a call. Here's the phone number, 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551, or hit dankaplislaw.com. That's Dan, CAPLIS law.com. Pete, what do you got for us Saturday?
Yeah, hey, man. Good morning. Real quick, trivia question. About 10 years ago, how many gun stores do you think were in Colorado?
Ooh, 50.
Yeah.
Well, there was 2,000. Guess how many are left?
Wow. How many?
We went under 1,000. So Alan Samuel, Machine Gun Tours, longtime sponsor, he's moving. He's shutting down his business here in Colorado. He's moving to Idaho. Like so many people, the state of Colorado is just a brutal place. In 2026, if you're in the firearms business, you're going to really have a hard time. Also, an incredible book called Shake Hands with the Devil about during the Second World War, the organized crime helped the United States government protect the docks because of the submarines and because of the Nazi spies and on to the Sicily invasion and everything that goes with that. But the Alan Samuel story, he's been a longtime sponsor, big friend of the radio station. He's shutting down, guys, and he's moving because he can't make a living. And plus, they visit him almost weekly, and he's not the only gun shop here that's facing. It's Alan's in studio in the book Shake Hands with the Devil about World War II organized crime.
Adam just threw the book at me. It's the devil himself.
Oh, the devil himself.
Yes.
That's about Meyer Lansky.
Yeah.
I read the book. I just get the title wrong.
When you read that many books, I can see why.
And Pete, based upon your recommendation, I'm working my way through the book of Matt, and it's shocking. So you always bring the best books, best guests, best conversations. Saturdays, 7:10 KNUS 9 to 1. Appreciate your time this morning, Pete.
Thanks, fellas. Thank you for letting me do that. Thanks.
Hey, appreciate you.
Absolutely. Be sure to tune in. Great listening, especially while you're doing the chores this weekend. Well, there's a fantastic event coming up that includes Tim Tebow. Yes, you get to hear directly from him. It's the Alternatives Pregnancy Center Gala and Golf Tournament featuring Tim Tebow. The gala is coming up Sunday, September 14th, 6 p.m. at the Gaylord Rockies. Monday, September 15th, tee off at 10 a.m. with Tim Tebow at the Cherry Creek Country Club. And joining us to give us insight, Executive Director of Alternatives Pregnancy, Dr. Ashley Graves. Dr. Graves, thank you for taking time to join us this morning.
Yes, thank you. Good morning.
Absolutely. It is my pleasure to be here.
Well, it looks like it's shaping up to be a great event. Tell folks what to expect at this gala Sunday, September 14th with Tim Tebow.
We have just finalized the menu, so you are going to eat exceptional food. It's going to be so great. We are going to have a 2-hour hosted bar. And then we're going to have a live auction, and then Tim is going to share some of his wisdom and insights with us. He has been very, very intentional to hear the stories of alternatives in Denver and the work we do, more so than most speakers I've ever worked with. He has just really put his heart into this and really wants to be intentional with his message. And I think that's very exciting. We have very limited seats left at the gala, and we would love it if people would come in and buy some of those table seats.
Now, that is Dr. Ashley Graves from Alternatives Pregnancy Center joining us talking about their gala that is coming up September 14th with Tim Tebow. In our audience, if you're not familiar, his mother was looking at abortion and decided not to. So it is a story of redemption, and literally he could have not been here, could have never been a part of the Broncos. So this is a celebration about what alternatives pregnancy can do, just the whole idea behind you guys.
And just that idea of how many voices we're losing out on, how many bright, intelligent voices that we're missing when we cut them short too soon. Our golf tournament is September 15th. And guys, we only have 10 spots left to sell that out. So I'm just begging someone right now that's listening, pick up the phone, sell us out. We want to sell out that golf tournament for the first year. And Tim Tebow is going to be there all day long. He's going to be playing golf. He actually said he had the opportunity to leave earlier, and he goes, no, I'm hanging out all day. I'm not leaving early.
Wow.
That is fun.
It's very fun. So we need your help getting this. Let's just get that sold out and done so I can go into the weekend and rest easy.
Yeah, so there are only 10 spots left in that golf tournament. Here we go, guys.
Yes.
Now, it's fair talk here. If you go out there and you hit the links on a regular basis, that this is something that you love, imagine the bragging rights you have with friends, family, and in the clubhouse. If you play as well as Tim Tebow, or even you beat him. You come in and you get better. You get a better score than Tim Tebow. You've got bragging rights for the next year about how good of a golfer you are. So there's only 10 spots left right now. You can grab one texting Tebow25 to 50155, or youhavealternatives.org. Youhavealternatives.org. Grab one of those final 10 spots to play golf during the time that Tim Tebow is going to be out on the course, and got a really good chance of hanging out with him afterwards. But the best thing is, you may actually have a better score. Talk about the bragging rights there in the clubhouse. Hey,
And I want to connect with everybody on the importance of Alternative Pregnancy Center, okay? Because you all know this listening to the show. Yeah. This is the most important issue to me, is the sanctity of human life. The state of Colorado is the most radically pro-abortion state in the nation. At any point, at any time, for any reason, a preborn child can be murdered in the state of Colorado. The state has put this in its constitution. They are now funding it with tax dollars. And even in the midst of a budget crisis, they were sure to allocate $4 million of your money, taxpayer dollars, to go to the abortion of children. It's not right. I think Colorado is the worst state in the nation on this. So what do you do? What do you do? We can't get pro-life people elected in this state. It's just a big challenge right now. 70 children a day are dying in the state of Colorado. That is 2 classrooms full of kids are dying. So what do you do to save a human life? You invest in organizations like Alternatives Pregnancy Center. My wife and I have volunteered with them. We donate to them. We invest in them because in the midst of everything I just described, they are providing alternatives to men and women facing an unplanned pregnancy and helping them go through that so they can choose life and save these lives. And yes, I mentioned men, not because I believe that men can give birth, but because men are part of the equation too. And they minister to both men and women to save human lives. It's where your dollars should be going to combat the abortion industry here in Colorado. Alternatives Pregnancy Center, so important.
Yeah, it is. And I want to put a point on exactly what Jeff said, that there is no way that the law is going to be changed in Colorado anytime in the near future. Okay, let's just say that's just what's going to exist here. But the change that you can make, the way that you can help all those women make a different choice, is through Alternatives Pregnancy Center. If you're mad about the law, here is the best way you can make a difference today, is by supporting Alternatives Pregnancy Center, because they're giving those women another choice. It's that important. It's just that important.
Gala is, go ahead, please, Dr. Ashley Graves.
I want to throw in one tiny thing, too. Not only are we offering the different, are we giving a different choice? But we walk with them until the child is a year old. So we don't say you're on your own. Sorry about you. We are with them the entire way, and we're loving on them, and we're giving them parenting classes, free diapers and wipes. If they go through our program, they can go the first year without buying a single diaper and wipe. That's pretty huge financially.
It's huge.
That's Dr. Ashley Graves, Executive Director of Alternatives Pregnancy Center. Their gala, which raises money for the critical work they do to save lives, is taking place Sunday, September 14th, 6 p.m. at the elegant Gaylord Rockies Resort and Convention Center. The following morning, Monday, September 15th, you can tee off along with Tim Tebow at 10 a.m. for the golf tournament at Cherry Creek Country Club. To be a part of all this, go to youhavealternatives.org, youhavealternatives.org, or text Tebow25 to 50155. That's TEBOW to 25 to 50155, 50155.
Yeah, there are only 10 spots left in that golf tournament. Only 10. You could have bragging rights that you're a better golf player than Tebow. Plus, that gala on Sunday night is going to be absolutely fantastic. I love when they do the live auctions. Just recently, friends, family members were at another fundraiser. It was for a university, but some of the live auction items were absolutely spectacular, and that's what Dr. Ashley Graves and Alternative Pregnancy Center has put together as well. These are going to be wonderful experiences and wonderful things. And again, you are supporting a great cause. So throw down the cash if you got it. Let's go to the gala. Let's go there Sunday, September 14th. And then Monday, September 15th, you get to play golf with Tebow. You text Tebow25 to 50155 or check him out at youhavealternatives.org. Youhavealternatives.org. Only a few more seats left at that gala, but more importantly, 10 spots. 10 spots in that golf tournament. Hey, it'd be bragging rights. I'm just saying, you can get out there.
Dr. Graves, really appreciate it.
I would just say, Jeff and Bill, have y'all signed up for the golf tournament?
I have been ordered by the doctor to not play golf because I've had a lower back injury. It literally was like 25 years ago.
I'm putting y'all on the spot.
Yeah, he said, he came in and he goes, you play golf? I'm like, no, sir. And he goes, well, you don't anymore.
So for
I
a
can't.
certain
The portion I
price,
can't.
we'll put Bill out there on the driving range, and you can try to hit him.
There we
How's
go.
that sound?
Oh wait, only if I get one of those carts that I can go back and forth slowly, like Mario.
Okay.
If we can do it that way, I am in. I don't even need a cage. Just try to hit me with a ball. I'm okay with that. Give me a helmet, and we're fine.
Dr. Graves, sure appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for all you do for
thank you so much.
Alternatives Pregnancy Center.
Thank you.
Thank you both very much.
All right, guys, let's talk Gyrie's. My wife and I went into Gyrie's recently to update our home decor, and I have been so impressed with our designer, Crystal. She sat down with us to go through all the different Hunter Douglas custom blinds, shades, and shutters. I'll admit, I was a little overwhelmed at first because I'm not a design pro, but she was the pro, answered all my wife's questions. They had a fantastic time looking at the different colors, options out there. So whether your curtains are clashing or you just want a fresh look, Gyrie's has the solutions for you. Their designers are the experts, and they can help you with everything from window treatments to full room decor. Here's the best part. They offer a personalized in-home consultation. They'll come to your home, bring the paint samples, bring the blind samples so you can see what it looks like in your home. Get that expert advice right there. So do yourself a favor and get started today. Visit Gyrie's to schedule your in-home consultation. That's GUIRYS.com, GUIRYS.com. Go see the great people there. You'll be sure to thank me. You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
This is Denver's Talk Leader, News Talk 710, KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. Chris DeGree Kennedy, who's leading the effort to weaken Tabor and end Colorado's flat tax, joined us live in studio for the debate. Plus, we talked the spicy argument between RFK Jr. and Michael Bennett. You think Michael Bennett's just auditioning to be governor?
That was just his audition tape.
We covered it all. If you missed any of the show, go to 710KNUS to download the podcast. And by the way, this weekend, guys, if you're out there looking for something to do, take your spouse over to the Mountain High Appliance Clearance Center.
Oh, yeah. Got to.
They still got some Labor Day savings going on. They're working overtime over there. At Mountain High Appliance, you can save up to 70% on floor models, closeouts, and one-of-a-kinds from brands like Whirlpool, Bosch, and GE, along with more high-performing, dependable appliances at unbeatable prices. Enjoy the best selection, prices, and service at Mountain High Appliance. Visit Mountain High Appliance today and experience the difference. You can go out to their warehouse where they have great discounts.
Yeah, incredible discounts. And again, guys, you know what happens when the wife turns to you and is like, hey, let's go shopping. You're like, oh, great, I'm holding the purse while you're turning on clothes. This is different. This is about appliances. You know, the machines that get hot and can be dangerous. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, guys. So this is fun. The best thing about Mountain High Appliance is they have this ability to find rebates and sales you don't find anywhere else. They have an incredible set of connections, so you're going to save more money than you will anywhere else, and you're going to make that special someone in your life happy because you're solving that problem around the house as far as kitchen appliances or anything else. And plus, we're talking machinery that can be dangerous. So, you know, guys, this is better than hanging out next to that fitting room holding the purse.
Yeah,
absolutely. Take your wife shopping this way.
You got a good weekend this weekend. 79 Saturday, mostly sunny. Sunday, isolated thunderstorms, but 81, and then into the 80s next week. But you only got a few weeks left of this. It's going to start to cool down.
Yeah, it's starting to cool down, and also we've had the wettest August, like one of the top 3 wettest Augusts. So, yeah, things are kind of out of control as far as your yard, but hey, you can cut back on the sprinkler a little bit better. And do you have anything fun planned for the weekend, Jeff? What do you got as we're rolling down to the end of it?
25th high school reunion.
No way.
Saturday night.
Oh, my Lord.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Wow. It's an experience.
Yeah. How many of these have you been to? Just out of curiosity.
I went to my 10-year. We have a certain celebrity.
Yes. Oh,
that
really?
graces these events.
Oh.
And, it got a little interesting last time.
So you did the 10-year, and you haven't done anything since 25. Okay.
Well, our 20-year was over COVID.
Yeah.
So 10, 20, and then 25.
One of mine was over COVID as well. I went to the 10 and haven't dealt with it since then. But
my story is an interesting story of a pretty big fall.
Yeah.
I was the homecoming king of my class, and I am now a conservative talk radio host that most of my classmates probably don't like.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy!
Isn't that funny?
Oh my God, see
I'm like, I might get kicked in the back here. It wouldn't be surprising to me if somebody kicked me in the back of my high school.
Oh my God! See, the thing for me is that I click all those boxes. The idea that given who I was in high school, they're like, oh, you mean you're doing a whole bunch of stuff with music and you're talking a lot? Yeah, that's pretty much you. Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
funny
much
because
me in high school.
I've completely changed. There was not a political bone in my body, wasn't a part of any of this stuff. So I went from fun-loving, everybody loves to I can't stand what that guy believes and advocates for. He's totally wrong on everything. He's one of those MAGA Republicans. So I've gone on this journey from being crowned homecoming king to will I get kicked in the back? Nah, there's more than a 50-50 chance that might happen.
When Bill was in high school and college, literally 95% of my T-shirts were band T-shirts. That's what I wore. So it's funny that I connect with people on social media and they go, oh, and they see the music stuff and they're like, totally fits. Totally fits.
So, Bill, have we gotten you there? Are you on social media? Are you ready to make the announcement?
Not yet. I'm getting there. They're trying to drag. Okay, listeners. They're trying to drag me kicking and screaming to doing the whole social media thing online, etc. I've done it with the FM side of things, but the AM side of things, little different. So I'm kind of navigating because so far my experience on the Twitters is I post something and people yell at me. It's kind of what I do here. So
yeah, I know. It's never than what happens here.
I know.
Text into the show. Should Bill be on
should I?
OnlyFans?
Oh, no. There's not enough eye bleach in Denver for that.
You're listening to Jeff and Bill.
This is Denver's talk leader, News Talk 710 KNUS. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch